Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to 360. Here it is, 10/11/2023. And here we are, another 360. Um, Welcome, everybody, and thank you for coming. We will record this so that people can see it that can't make it. No problem. Couple things. There's a Red always does the week in review. I think he's got some other things going on. I know there's some big shows going on that we're part of, which is one of the shows is the biggest in the world, actually. Anyway, a couple things I wanted to bring up. I know that people have brought up things such as, uh, what if I get O Connect later? Am I going to lose the 90 days? No. Listen, these 90 days will actually go till February because what could possibly happen if you paid the 89th day from September 1st, your 3 months start then. Okay? Exactly. You're not missing out any. Now, if you go after the original 90 days, yeah, but even then, there should be, after the 90 days, different packages. Get whatever you want, right? You buy this one, you buy that one, whatever. There's just going to be more variety, plus probably a good chance of other products. We know that there's been an issue and they're working on it. I do not need anybody else to send me the issue. I've got plenty of them, and they already knew. They knew even when I said it. So they worked on it. Uh, I just want everybody to realize something. I know we're thinking, well, we're just nothing about on passive is just. Well, so and so did it. Well, I don't care who did it. Who could you compare to? Apple. Apple started in a freaking garage. Um, all these companies that you could possibly even bring up. I don't care who it is. Alibaba, Amazon. Like I said, Apple, Google, all of them. They started off where we never were. In fact, we started where some of them took 10 to 15 to 20 years to get to. So, and we don't have one product, and we're not dealing with one country, and we're not dealing with one uh, set of laws to that country. So there's a lot going on, but I want everybody hang tight. You know that this this thing going on about people get anxiety over stuff. Calm the freak down. A company does not spend millions and tens of millions, hundreds of millions, probably on our future just to go. Well, can't deal with this. We're done. Come on, go look at what they're doing. They're signing deals with other people. They've got big events going on. I mean, it's beautiful. Okay, everybody. Here's the worst thing that could happen, and I'm so glad it doesn't. Every second that goes on and on passive, I don't want to hear about it. I've been in Fortune 500 company. It was bad enough, and most of the employees didn't know. But the outcome was always, "Wow, that's great, great job, everybody." Yeah, well, they weren't there when you're low crawling under a barbed wire fence getting shot at. Okay, but we don't have to deal with that. And by the way, they don't owe us an explanation. They're building for us. They want it to make it. As said, do or die. That's what's happening. Nothing's changed. Nothing. And I want to remind everybody. One time I'm going to tell you go by history. And I'm talking about the history of Unpassive, not history how you feel about companies, because that doesn't make sense on Unpassive. If you go back and Unpassive for however long you've been here, and all of you have been here over a year, almost a year and a half, all of us, minimum. If you go back and you go more than 7 days that we haven't seen Mr. Mufara, when he comes back, boom, baby, boom. Always. Listen, I'm going to say it again. That's not my opinion. Always. And they want things to be right. Let's remember something. Any issue at the small scale that I might have was also an issue for Mr. Mufara at a large scale before he ever made O Connect. That's why he made O Connect, because of issues that we used to go, oh man, I wish it wasn't this way. Oh, I wish I didn't have to do that. Oh, I wish I didn't have to pay an auto ship every month. I mean, I don't know about, I know Red has been to a lot. I'm not kidding, probably over 30 launches in a company that had one freaking product. And by the way, it was a remangled product that was already there. And they had a launch with a whopping 2 or 3 or 4,000 people, and it folded. It never made it. Or they couldn't handle it. Hold on one second. I'm getting text. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, Red, you go for a minute, okay? If you can hear me. Can you go now, Red? Okay.
Yeah, certainly can do, Marty. Thanks very much for that. He's obviously reading some text, which is absolutely amazing. I wonder what that will be. So let's do a week in review whilst we're here, and then I'll say a couple of things as well about other things that have been going on. So Wednesday last week we did our 360 as normal, and obviously we spoke about the issues of the payments, etc., which we all knew about. And then on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there wasn't a great deal going on. But over the weekend, we did have an update through Twitter from our CMO, Mohammed Nassal. He did a really good interview with GTEx. Now, GTEx is the largest startup and tech show in the world. It's that big, they've had to expand it over 2 sites in Dubai now. And anybody who is anybody is there, including on Passive. And GTEx, the organizers of this event, did a very good interview with our CMO on Mohammed Nassal. It was excellent, in fact. And I loved his honesty. I loved his manner in front of the cameras. He looked a natural, to be absolutely honest, with what he was doing. But the interesting part that I took from it was not only about on Passive and about what we are trying to achieve from a technology point of view, and from what we are trying to achieve from a humanitarian point of view, which was front and center of what he was saying. But the interesting part was he was very honest and open. He was saying that on Passive is not everybody's cup of tea, so to speak. But one thing is for sure, businesses are falling over themselves to be involved with on Passive. Now, that's a really interesting point that he brought up, that about businesses wanting to associate themselves with on Passive, and also businesses wanting to do business with on Passive. Now, why am I so excited about this? I'm so excited about this because that's where it all starts. If you are an employee and you see these products and you see them in use in your workplace, or if you are at college, university, if you are in schools, etc., then you get accustomed and acclimatized to these products and you think they're pretty cool. What do you go and do? You go and have a look on the internet, or you go directly to the website and you can have them yourself as well. So I think it's really, really exciting that we are associated with other businesses, etc. Talking of businesses, what else has been happening over the last week to bring you up to date? We know that over the weekend, our COO, Mohammed Kamal, returned to Hyderabad. He'd been over in Dubai, if you remember, over the last 2 to 3 weeks. He's been at all of the major events that have been going on there, notably Takdir on the 21st of September, 25th of September for the Women's Institute Forum, and also the other day, which was, I think, was about the 1st or the 2nd of October. He was there as well, along with Mohammed Nassal, signing a new contract with Supercars Majlis for 3 years. Now, Supercars Majlis, let's just go onto them for a moment. Again, why is it such a big deal that we are associated with them, and why we are partnering them for the next 3 years? Again, every single person who is part of Supercars Majlis in Dubai they are extremely successful in their own rights. Whatever business they're involved with, whatever they are doing, they would only be invited, and it is an invite, to be part of Supercars Majorlist if they were of that ilk and success. It's not a anybody can join club. This is for literally the rich and famous, the people who are the movers, the shakers, the innovative and entrepreneurs of this world. That's why they're successful, and they love On Passive. Many of them are already affiliates in On Passive. Remember when our CEO was telling us that up to 20% of the pool of non-founders who have joined as users and affiliates, 20% of those have already purchased OConnect? Guess what? Some of these people are in that pool. And guess what? When it comes for those people to be placed under other founders of On Passive, you might get one of those guys. How cool would that be? But the interesting part is they want to associate themselves with On Passive. And this is not just going by people in Dubai. It's spreading everywhere. I posted today a video of a university in Egypt that has taken on OConnect as their major, the main form of video conferencing. This is huge, guys. This is what we have been waiting for. Major organizations, a university that has taken on our product. They showed a video of it being used within the auditorium, on the TV screens, etc. This is just the start. So that happened over the weekend. Monday came along and we had a brand new website. It was there very, very early. And again, if you are interested, if you are taking note of the websites and what they're all about, you would notice that this website, in my opinion, was very much directed towards businesses. It is a bit of a shift to one side. Remember, these websites that come out on a regular basis can't be generic. Everyone can't be generic. We need to target certain areas and certain individuals. And I really thought that this new one that we had was definitely targeting businesses with everything. Also, I keep saying this time and time again, guys, the about section of this website or any of our websites change on a regular basis. It is the ideal place to send anybody who doesn't know anything about On Passive. That is the area to send them. Why? It's all written for them with the videos, with the links, so that you do not have to do the heavy lifting. This is On Passive at its best, doing things for you. Also, link 44 came out yesterday. That is in your OES back office under the My Link section. If you liked our last, not this one, our last website, that is now coded to you and you can send it out to anybody you want. So really, a lot has gone on in another 7 days in On Passive. It really is amazing when you look back over what's been going on. Even though we're not hearing a lot from corporate, behind the scenes, there is always so much going on. You just have to be plugged in. You have to keep your eyes and ears open to what is happening and make sure that you listen to us guys here, especially 360, but also that you plug in and log into your OES on a daily basis. That's it from me. Over to you, Chris.
I had to do that, Red, because you know I love those resounds. Very good, Marty. Very good, Red. I can see we have some guy got in here. I don't know how he got in here, but I just want to let you know, a lot of people, you know, they get ash phobia. Where's Ash? Where's Ash? And on every night this week on OConnect, we've noticed something new that was added to OConnect. We now have like a page arrow turner where not everyone's jammed. He puts 12 people on a page. You hit an arrow, it takes you to the next. You got 24, 26 people, but it takes you. It's not all trying to be crammed in, which I loved. I thought that was really exciting. You can now talk private messages to, You got chat with speaker, and it shows you all the people in the panel. I could privately send chat to Red or to Marty just for their eyes. The prompter is bigger, and you can move it around. A lot of things going behind the scenes, guys, that you're not paying attention to. If you're not getting on O Connect webinars, of course, you're not going to know this stuff. I suggest that you jump on some of these people that are doing O Connects and learn all about it. It is a lot of fun. You also have on this resound maker, custom resounds, which I don't know if that's completely up yet, but it's coming. Many things have been happening behind the scenes. And like I said, to see Brother Ash on here right now is really cool for me. I'm excited. Even if he wasn't here, I'm still excited, but it's always a plus. So I don't have that much, but I'm happy. And I'm going to say, hey, Ma, look at me now, because that's how I feel. I feel like I've already been more successful than I've ever been my whole life, all because I'm passive. So there he is. I don't want to talk anymore because he's just good to see. My eyes were sore and they're feeling better. Ash Mafara, the floor is all yours. Great to see you, brother.
Thank you so much. Likewise, guess what? I just got back from hell, and I'll be going back in a few minutes. That's what I've been doing. So daily thing, but it's all good for good reasons. It's worth it. But I promised to give my brothers some updates, and I couldn't, so I had to take off a meeting. I walked out so I can deliver because I couldn't do it until 2 o'clock. So I just walked out now, and I come in person because I don't have time to talk to you. So I come in person, and I am here at your service. I'm not the one who's going to give a recap about what happened, but if I want to add something about what's happening, like I said, we've been going for frequent visits to hell every day and multiple times a day, in fact. But that's the threshold between big boys and, amateurs. We are very proud of how we're holding up and how we're fighting all the battles all across in a good way. The good news for you, you have it easy. But we'll probably have one day the luxury to talk about some of them. In fact, it's all because we're adamant about how we do business. We don't want anybody to dictate how we do business. We have our vision, we have our heart to conduct our business in a certain way. And it appears like the market is not accustomed to this. They are used to a different way of doing business. So that's where we have a conflict with some directions or affiliates. However, if I want to comment on the past, yes, we are working hard. We are really wrestling and battling around the clock for different issues. Okay. As you may know, nothing is ever going to be life-threatening because no matter what happened, we're going to revive and we're going to be able to continue. This is a do it or die, as you know. In fact, triple D. But we're just persistent and we're very stubborn to do the business in the way we want to do it. That's the bottom line. So because of that, we have to win some battles, and sometimes they take time. If I want to add, beside that, I want to update you that I've heard a few guesstimates and assumptions about what's been happening, about the few events you've seen. Some are partially okay, but for the most part, nah, you didn't get it right. Okay, so stop guessing and speculating and leave that to the corporate. When they have the time, they're going to come out. Our professionals are going to tell you exactly what happened and why and what it means, and they'll load up. they lay it out. So, for example, just the supercar majlis, like when we had the first event with them, we told you it's for a reason. It's like on the surface, yeah, it's a good show, it's a good parade, but we got something. We were testing something, and then we told you, and now look what happened. And now what happened is, remember, we're ahead of you. So it's not what you think. You see the surface or the leakage, but why do we do it? We honor you and we respect you to tell you the facts. That's what we're responsible for. So that's about the past, or just in case. Now, more important, I want to give you a quick update. Okay, card payment processor. We are dealing with an American company that the payment processor that has also regional offices. So we also hit some record numbers. This is the second payment processor that we use on the card side. We used one that we no longer do business with them, or they still have our funds, big numbers, hijacked. So we have not cashed out one single penny from the previous one, which lasted like the weekend. Remember that? And then we went to plan B after almost like 2 weeks, because to change the integration, all of that, after we gave up on the first one. Now, this one we didn't fully give up on, but we set a timeline in the back end internally. So we have a very short time that we're giving them. If they're not going to get it straight, okay, we're just not going to be able to proceed business with them. And for the main part is one of the glitches is they're not cashing out our funds. So they take, but they keep it reserved. Okay, they're not cashing out. We need the funds to pay you to do other stuff as well, and to pay for the cost. So that is not happening. We haven't taken one single penny from the second one, nor the first one. So you understand, we have been just giving out at our expense so far. And the other glitch we have with them, or a main conflict, is they're not as fast in responding. They're the sweetest stalkers you can ever imagine. Okay? Beautiful. You cannot even argue with them. But it's not moving. We'll get back with you. We'll do this. We'll find. We're looking. We're checking. So we have some technical things. At the same time, the payout is not happening for us, a company. So we're just piling funds for them. So that's the reason. Okay. Now, if we have a couple of days, I would say, if they're not gonna get this straightened out, we're moving on something that I always mention to you. Eventually, we're gonna get to that. Not gonna say what it is, but if it works, it's essentially an early phase in owning it. Okay, watch that. But that's why I told you, don't worry. Yeah, we can have a couple of hiccups here and there. We're not losing in any way. It just pushing us to go to the ultimate. Now, they have made money that they never made in a company with this little short time, while our business is even being stopped and attacked, as you know, like bombs are thrown at us every day from every dimension. And because of that, we feel like we didn't even launch. Okay, how are we going to open more, doors while this is not flawless as we wish? Mainly is for the payment aspect. So that has been said about the payment. So bear with us, okay? We every day, you know, they give us this sweet talk. We thought, oh, it's imminent, like okay, tonight, tomorrow. So we'll just resume, but it's not happening. So we ran out of patience now. That you know what, if it's not going to happen, we're just moving on to something. It will eventually lead to where we want to go permanently, okay? But then that will be hopefully more stabilized. But it takes a lot of work. So our people, I I still have the team in India, in Dubai. They're working together, and of course, you know, in Egypt works late. So we're really working around the clock. No joke about that. So we thank our team constantly. They have been really fighting the battle very aggressively. And because of what's happening with the payment, that is, you know, having a major effect on our payout by bank. So, you know, we have that delay, uh, but it's not for a long time. So as soon as, you know, we either settle this or get the new option, then we will resume or have the bulk payout, the mass payout in both directions, okay? Crypto and bank. So don't worry, okay? We will uh, get this. And once it runs, that's it, it's over. You know, that's it. It will just be a flawless automatic process. It's just the first time. And because of what's happening, and you understand, some people really work hard. They get high pay just to uh, limit our growth, which is breaking all the records. Um, no one has seen the numbers we've seen, and they will scare you. I mean, you might have a clue, but not fully. We really thought this will happen, a couple of us, not all of us, to the point where it's almost like people are just like raiding at us, like flocking, like, oh, they want a slice of that cake. So that's why sometimes we probably shouldn't talk how good we are because it opens the appetite, it ignites their desire to come and like they want to get a piece, mostly illegally, okay, not in an ethical way, unethically. They just want it's a good show. Come on, come on, okay. We haven't done that. This is our business, and this is, you know, for good causes. We're not just going to blow it up, and that's why then we have to fight back. But people make up some stuff just to get a slice of the cake. What do they call it? Last I checked, the greed, or what is it? Um, I think it is greed. Yeah. So, but if you look at it, this is probably, it sounds like a nightmare that we're going through, but this is the dream of every business to get to this level. We knew that, but we didn't know how bad is the market, how corrupted it is. Okay. I had a clue, but to the point where it is thuggish, it's gangsters, top to bottom, all across every country, no exception. When there's this much money or success, every crook and thief want to break in. So that's why it's a tough battle, but at the end of the day, we will prevail. All right, no doubt. So that's about the payment. The other part is wait until, like, I would say a week or two. Next week, you're going to see something in Connect by Tuesday, but in a couple of weeks, ultimately, we are having some amazing developments and progress in Connect. You're going to love it to the point where there are some top officials in a couple of countries are invited to the launch of Connect. Okay. Media. I told you. I think I told you. I don't know if I remember that correctly. I told you I am gonna demand mainstream media because of what's happening. And now we're gonna have almost a complete facelift. Okay, a revamp of Connect. This is good. We're stabilizing that, but with all of what's happening, we managed to take it to the next phase, and that is about to happen. Okay, we're very close now, just a matter of a couple of weeks. We will have Connect where it will sell like hotcake day and night. All right, and then obviously when we get to the new cycle, we will have different packages. I want to update you about the noise cancellation and what's happening from AI. We have different options. Some are requiring severe cost, okay? And we don't want to add that to the customer. We want to bear that additional cost without you feeling it. But at the same time, it's a lot, okay? And some are, so we have like 4 different options, and some are not good with volume. Like we do it, it's so sexy, it's so appealing, okay? There's so many whistles and perks in everyone, but uh, it just doesn't hold up to the volume. Like it's not yet. So we're working on that. So tomorrow we'll get another report by the AI ML team. We had a meeting with them earlier, and they will tell us, the tentative timeline. But eventually, what we have reached is something, unseen. Okay, and that's why we're not just going to put something. We have options; we can put them there, but I'd rather not to have it for. Not that they're like really so bad that like, oh, we don't have. No, it's because it's almost an insult and devaluing what's coming. If you're able to do that, why do you want to settle with something less? That's the reason. We might not have the best decision, okay, but this is how I see it. So we want to hold on to have something really um, a game changer. Okay. We also have completed the ecosystem mobile app, and it's ready. So possibly anytime tomorrow and on, you don't go to the app store, you don't go online, you don't go to WhatsApp group or to Facebook. From your mobile device or cell phone, okay, smartphone, log in your ecosystem and click on the mobile app to download the mobile app. From there, it will take you to the right place. Okay, whether it's Android or Apple. So that's done. O Verify is about to be rolled out. Okay, and Odesk and O Tracker, as we know, they are ready to, but because of what's happening with the payment, we don't want to add another thing, and like we don't have the flawless merchant or payment processor. Once that settled, then we have those 2 products are rolling out, and then eventually, O Verify for businesses, not for you. You will not pay for it. Okay, neither get paid unless you sell it to a business. Okay, B2B. And there are some crazy stuff that I probably can't share. There are in some stages now about some heavy business, okay? And it will be, it's an understatement to say income or revenue game changer. It's above that. It's basically giving you a unicorn business level and having you look the hero or the owner of it, and you can benefit as much. So this is some like severe level. I don't know if it's going to apply to everybody. There's definitely some deserving individuals and leaders in on passive so far, and I know this is something that will make them be in a shock mode for a while, that it will take them a while until they wake up from that shock. Like, is this real? Sometimes like pinch me if it's a dream or reality. I can, and trust me when I say that, I'm thinking, I know exactly what's happening. You are gonna say, is this real? Like, yes. Many leaders are gonna say, wow, this is not what I thought, and this is something that never thought in your dream. I didn't even expect it would be possible one day, but that's how good we are, because we've attracted people you don't even know on board full time, major company, business owners, you name it, CEOs and managers from other directions. They came and joined forces. Obviously, if governments are making partnerships with us, okay, why not a few successful businessmen? They see the potential. They've seen our numbers just in a couple of days. Though we didn't have a flawless open or grand opening, okay, as planned. So if we reset now again and say, okay, you know what, October is our launch, it's gonna blow your mind. It will make your head spin. The numbers, okay. To me, I've envisioned them, okay. But even our managers seeing them, our top executives seeing, is this real? Like they never thought this would be um, a reality. So let's recap. The card is going to resume. Don't worry. It just, they fooled us with their sweet tongue. We thought it's an imminent thing, but it's taken longer, that we ran out of patience. If they don't put their act together, we're just going to move on to another plan. Okay. But don't worry, we will get it done. Okay. That's never your issue or worry. We will get it done. Things are going to flow in. Once that's, in good shape, then the payout is going to just re- like resume in bulks, or in uh, mass payouts. Okay, so everything is going to be okay. Just the first time. Once we get that moving, everything will be fine. Mobile app, please don't download it from anywhere but from your back office. Log in, get your OES from the back office. All right, that's it. We don't have it as a desktop yet, like OConnect. Okay, so we do have it as mobile app and web or browser option. Okay, uh, no speculation about the events and what's happening. We are gonna share with you, okay, the facts. It's all good. We are also preparing to roll out the next bonus, additional revenue. Beside what you have the first sale 100%, you have the 25%, and there's another one that is coming. Okay, the doers, the action takers, the heavy hitters are going to dance naked in the street. Not literally, but just how good it is. Okay. All right. It's just that good. So we're about to roll that out and again. All right. So we're going to continue that. Uh, Traffic is not stopping, regardless and despite of all of that. Even we wish like we can stop it, but no, business as usual. That's pretty much it. I know I had like another 3,000 ideas, but they're just gone. I'm thinking I'm taken over by your beauty, maybe, or something.
The Chris Johnson effect.
Yeah. What else I needed to talk about? Remind me.
I think you got it. I think you covered it, Ash.
Oh, there's enough. Okay. Well,
Definitely enough.
there's a bit more. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's it. GITEX is next week, so obviously you know that. There's another event at the end of the month in Egypt. Okay. We had the press conference happened last week, and that is with several Asian and African and Middle Eastern countries and European. We're talking about the top officials like ministers and people in the premier positions. So that is happening. A bunch of other things that are happening. We'll probably have more details if we do like an O-Connect, but it will be live. And remember, we're about to roll out the live stream option in O-Connect if you choose to. Okay, it's optional, but it's not long. Though I'm not in favor of that. Like you're going to lose some traffic by doing so. But you understand there's like something happening in O-Connect every day, like the teleprompter now you can drag it, you can expand it. We also, if you check, for example, the call to action, try to put it now, like you have it right here. There's something called set as default. Start typing, and once you type, you can set as default. You get it? So meaning if you click that, next time you come, anytime you access your account from any application, mobile or desktop or anywhere, it will be already there unless you replace it with a new one. So you can clear it and put one. So that's going to also happen with the presentation. It will happen with the, say with me, call to action, push a link is already there. Push a link, try. So it's already there. The exit link is already there. A URL, okay. So that's already there. Pull the survey, and the presentation is being added. I mean, it's just being perfected, yeah. So this is a beauty. We also solved the YouTube. It was a bit of a blockage if you use like a Premiere video paid content due to the copyright stuff, all of that. So we were able to communicate with YouTube and have that unblocked. Okay. Some restrictions applied in the US mainly, but now it's perfectly fine. So you can put any video, any video, okay, on YouTube, on Vimeo, and of course your own MP4 RAW file if you wish. All of that is happening. All right. Talk to me. What else? I mean, pretty much we nailed it. Like as far as Connect, couple of weeks, it will be like better than Dream.
Ash, we really do appreciate you coming on and sharing this information with us, not just for us three here, but also for the, how many of us on now? Oh, there's 2,000 that are on here live, and obviously this is recorded, so it will go out to our YouTube channels a little bit later on as well. So we can't thank you enough for coming up and updating us. I'm sure us three here are solidified in saying we feel your pain, brother, what you're having to go through at the moment, and we thank you for everything you are doing, not just for us, but for every single affiliate, customer, and founder at the moment. It must be a daily chore having to wade through the caca, as Susie would say.
You sound the way you did it. It sounds like something delicious. No, that's not how she says it. Caca. Okay, but anyway, you click on screen. You understand the mic and the camera are clickable now, right? I mean,
You muted yourself, Ash.
no, somebody
No,
did it
I'm
to me.
sorry.
He's testing on me. He's testing
No,
on me.
hey, the other night I used it, right? And it happened. I go, maybe he did it at the same time I clicked it. But it did work.
No,
Like
you.
Yeah,
last night.
that's really good. That is.
Speaker,
Yeah.
host, co-host can also do it. So you can click on someone's screen. You don't have to look for the name.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
And if somebody's obviously pulling down their pants or something, you can also close the video out.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
the-
Hey, you know what's nice too, Ash,
So-
when you're in a webinar, if the person's on page 2 and they're talking, they come to page 1, or the screen goes to them.
I just did it to Red.
Oh, it's so cool.
I closed out
look
his
at
video,
that.
but now
Good,
I
good.
cannot
Now
bring
let
him
me-
back.
now-
He would have to come in.
Now let me mute him.
I just did.
This is not pick on Red Day.
Yeah, that was easy.
Hey, I
That's
really
Chris's
like
job.
that.
That's not why we made it. Okay.
Boy,
This
am I-
is amazing.
I'm gonna have
Look
fun
at
with that
this.
option. Boy, am I
Look
gonna
at
have
the-
fun with that option, Marty.
Oh God, yeah, you probably made it a nightmare for some people. Ash, thank you very much for coming, sir. I can't possibly feel your pain. I'm not sure I could. I know I couldn't do it, but thank you very much. Really.
Of course. So yeah, it's looking beautiful. I appreciate you. I'm gonna jump on the other.
We'll see
Before
you.
you go, I do want to say you wiped the blood off pretty well. You're looking half decent.
Yeah.
Say it again.
I said you wiped the blood off your face pretty well.
Bruises, the blood.
After the blood, the bruises, the knives, and so you're looking pretty good.
Oh no, that's like probably. Let me get closer. Maybe. What do you call it? Oh, Connect is making me look better. No.
no.
You
I
know
mean
when-
I mean for the war you're in before you every day. The hell, you look
No,
pretty good
yeah.
for coming from
You know
hell.
how you can tell he's been really working, Marty? The man needs another haircut, and he hasn't gone to the barber. I say it to him every time.
Yeah, I did a couple of weeks ago, but I tell you what, I didn't shave for like 3-4 days, and this grows fast. Okay,
Right.
so I didn't think you wanted to see me like a few hours back. Yeah,
We're praying for you, brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
most
know,
definitely.
you know
Thank you.
that.
I appreciate it. It's working, and don't worry, I'm a big boy. We're gonna nail it. All right.
Yeah. We'll see
It's
you.
looking very good.
No doubt.
Again, the nightmare we're living in, many people would have that as a dream or even a piece of it. It's a beautiful thing. All right.
Yeah.
It's because we shattered all the records. That's why it's happening.
Making waves.
I will ask
Yeah.
you this, Ash. Is it
Adds
okay
to the
that we
story.
put this on our YouTube channels? Is this
Listen. If somebody, whatever you said, yes, okay, yeah, on YouTube you can do that, but listen, what? That's unconditional love. Like whatever he says is yes, okay, but yeah,
I
you
thought
can
that's
put
only
it
for
on YouTube.
Canadians.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay, as long as you remember, Robin is always right. 100%.
Robin's gonna kill me, so I got to be careful.
Listen. Okay, here's the thing.
Oof.
Okay, listen. If you have nothing, you're broke. Like, have you seen somebody, forgive me for the analogy, a homeless, a person that is dead, poor, broke in the street, being robbed?
No, that's right.
what do you want to
Yeah.
take?
Yeah, yeah,
something trashy? Okay.
yeah.
It doesn't work that. Obviously, when somebody's more successful and wealthy and with a
Yeah.
ton of value, it attracts all the thieves. Okay.
Yep.
And the
Agreed.
crooks.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm talking about businesses. Okay.
I'm not surprised, Ash.
I'm
not
talking
surprised.
about, you know, up in the leadership. People really want to have a slice.
It's disgusting.
Yes. Shortcut. Yeah. Oh,
It's
they
disgusting.
did it. They can make more. Let's hijack them. Yeah.
And the reason they're trying to do it is because they've done it before and won.
All right. But listen, let's wrap up all of that. Okay. No matter
Yeah.
where you go, you're not going to find a better deal than on passive. So if you're foolish and looking around, okay, I think you're not looking enough. Okay. Because you did not look enough, or you haven't looked enough in on passive. We are apparently the only good news all across. So stay with us.
We're not
Pay
going nowhere.
attention. Yes. All right. Have